Today's horoscope, Leo February 24th, 2025. Discover your future with my daily horoscope for you about love, work, health, money and compatibility with other signs. After over 2 months of retrograde motion, Mars turns direct today, clarifying your desires. You're less inclined to hold on to resentments, and while further inner work is necessary, it's clearer what that is now. Mars will continue to transit in the background of your solar chart, directing your attention behind the scenes for a while longer, but when Mars does re-enter your sign on April 18th, you'll be raring to go. Until then, it's a good time for self-improvement programs, volunteer work, and talking through problems with a trusted person in your life. You are less likely to nurse your wounds. Take decisions slowly and ease yourself back into action for the best results. Distractions aside, today can be favorable for research, understanding, and observation. After rocky, turbulent storms and constant exhaustion for months, you're likely feeling a tad bit better. From now until April 2025, mighty Mars, the red planet of energy, will be firing up your solar house of privacy, seclusion, and unconsciousness. Whether single or attached, you'll be receiving critical, intuitive messages about how you can shift your personal and romantic life in the direction of your choosing. However, one thing to be wary of is that you could be tempted into some secret liaisons or an extramarital affair, so don't play with fire unless you're entirely aware that you could end up burnt. What are you worried about? Address your financial fears and insecurities once Mercury in Pisces trines Mars retrograde in Cancer. You may not want to have this conversation or realization if you do not want to feel overly vulnerable. However, something about your financial status and professional authority has been bothering you. It is worthwhile to address whatever you are intuiting. Luckily, your strength and authority will return, because Mars will station direct in Cancer shortly after. You may feel better after working through what has been weighing on you. Are you familiar with the phrase, beginner's luck? It is typical for you to grasp very quickly the point of a given exercise, but also to tire of it just as quickly. For instance, if you have been somewhat regular about diet and exercise, you will feel the effects almost immediately. However, that positive effect will also make you feel like it's okay to slacken your routine. Resist this tendency by incorporating more elements into your healthy regimen. Get to bed earlier and wake up earlier. Be careful when it comes to making important decisions today. With your own fun-loving day at hand, it can be far too easy to miss important details, or to overlook the commitment that is involved in your decisions. Your ability to concentrate will be at a very low level, so doing mindless tasks is definitely the way to go. Be sure to leave some time for recreation, as you are sure to be in the mood for this. As the moon leaves a playful and creative part of your chart and returns to your busy work sector, it will be to find that tables have turned and what has been the natural order for years has been reversed. At this time of year and right through until later in the year, this would normally see the moon leave a playful and creative part of your chart empty until it returns the following month, while teaming up with what has been years of near continuous activity on the job front. Instead, it will be to find your work sector empty while leaving behind forces that are going to keep the playful and creative side of life's fence alive. It is just as the asteroid Juno is settling into her first weekend in your romantic sector in 4 years. Venus, the planet of love, moves into her final 7 days in direct motion in an adventurous part of your chart. It is Venus' retrograde turn that will not only keep her here until the end of the month but will see her spend the next 5 weeks drawing closer to Juno. As the moon leaves your romantic sector, it wraps up a visit that has already brought the spirit of romance and adventure together. Daily Planetary Overview. The battle is finally over. After what may have felt like a long and exhausting struggle, Mars stations direct in Cancer today, marking the end of its retrograde journey. If you've been feeling sluggish, emotionally drained, or caught in a cycle of hesitation and second-guessing, this shift brings a welcome surge of energy and motivation. It's as if the fog has lifted, allowing you to move forward with a renewed sense of clarity and purpose. Have you ever woken up one day and suddenly felt more in control, as if something just clicked into place? That's the kind of energy today brings. A fresh start, a new rhythm, and a feeling that progress is finally within reach. You may notice that tasks that once felt tedious or overwhelming now seem manageable, and your ability to set boundaries and express your needs becomes more natural. If you've been holding back your emotions, especially feelings of frustration or unresolved tension, Mars direct encourages you to release them in a healthy and constructive way. It's important to acknowledge the lessons learned during the retrograde period rather than rushing ahead without reflection. What challenges have you faced over the past few months? What patterns have emerged in your relationships, work, or personal goals? This is a valuable time to integrate those insights and use them to shape your next steps. With Mars gaining momentum, you may also find yourself viewing the world through a new lens. Things that were once hidden or unclear could suddenly make sense, allowing you to make decisions with greater confidence. If you've recently experienced moments of doubt, trust that the clarity you've been seeking is beginning to emerge. Now is the perfect time to share what you've learned with those around you, whether that's through meaningful conversations, creative expression, or simply being more open about your experiences. Have you ever noticed how sharing your story can help others see things from a fresh perspective? Your insights could be exactly what someone else needs to hear right now. Taking care of yourself is essential, especially as your energy levels start to increase. When Mars shifts, it can feel like an internal fire reigniting, but that doesn't mean you have to charge ahead full speed without rest. Balance is key. Pay attention to your physical and mental well-being. Are there any habits that no longer serve you? With an increased awareness of your own needs, this is an ideal moment to make small but impactful changes, whether that's adjusting your routine, improving your diet, or setting aside time for self-care. Even something as simple as getting more fresh air, stretching, or drinking more water can make a noticeable difference in how you feel. Communication also takes on a powerful role today. You may find it easier to express your thoughts with confidence, and others are more receptive to your ideas. If you've been avoiding a difficult conversation, now is a good time to address it with honesty and clarity. People may even seek your advice, valuing your perspective and the wisdom you've gained through recent experiences. Have you ever had someone unexpectedly turn to you for guidance, and in the process of helping them, you realize just how much you've grown yourself? This is one of those moments where your ability to listen and support others strengthens your own sense of purpose and direction. Intellectually, your mind is sharp, making it a great day for problem solving, learning, and engaging in deep discussions. You might feel an increased curiosity, a desire to explore new ideas, or even take the lead in conversations. If you've been contemplating a new project or considering an opportunity, trust that you have the insight and determination to see it through. However, leadership isn't just about pushing your own agenda, it's also about listening. As you share your thoughts, be mindful of others' perspectives and be open to collaboration. Have you ever been in a conversation where one simple shift in understanding changed everything? That kind of breakthrough energy is available to you now. After all this mental and social activity, take some time to reflect. While it's exciting to move forward, integrating your experiences will ensure that you're building on a solid foundation rather than rushing ahead impulsively. Find a quiet moment to check in with yourself, whether that's through journaling, meditation, or simply sitting with your thoughts. The shifts happening now are leading you towards something greater, and by staying present and intentional, you'll be able to navigate this new chapter with clarity and confidence. As you move through the day, embrace this powerful transition. Step into your strength, trust the insights you've gained, and allow yourself to take action with renewed energy. Progress is no longer a distant goal, it's happening now, and you are more than ready to step forward.